Hello, welcome to Coaster Sean. So today I'm not very well, so we thought we'd have a day off the parks. So instead I'm just going to bring you a video. So I want to talk about Thorpe Park. Now, obviously it's been a massive week in Thorpe Park's history. It's its 45th birthday and it has opened Hyperia. Now, if you like what you see today, can you please make sure you like and subscribe? It'll help the channel grow and help me massively. Thank you. Now, if there's anyone out there that doesn't know what Hyperia is the UK's tallest, fastest coaster. Like I said, it was open on the opening day on Friday. I was one of the lucky ones to be there. Now, all day on Friday, they were giving out these certificates, not the frames. So I bought the frame myself. But as you can see, it complements the certificate with the black and gold perfectly. So yeah, that's to say I was one of the first to ride Hyperia. Now, I don't know how many of these certificates they've got left to give out. I don't know if they're going to give them out again. But that takes me on to my next subject. Day 2, I'm afraid there wasn't a day 2. So after the first day, Hyperia broke down. Now, the 5-day outage after 1 day of operations is not ideal for anyone. I've seen a lot online, a lot of negativity. The Thorpe Park didn't want that at all. You know, the world's media looking on, it will have been embarrassing for them. They won't want that at all. You know, they don't want to upset customers. The atmosphere in that park on day 1 was absolutely electric. That's what they want. As management at that park, they don't want, you know, the jewel in their crown to be broken. So some of the negativity, I've seen people demanding compensation. You know, Thorpe Parks had shut down. It's not safe. I mean, none of that's true at all. You know, I did the coast, like I say, it's lap bar restraint. It's one of the new Mac cars. It's perfectly safe. Some people are saying because it's just a lap bar, it's not safe. That's not true at all. You know, through planning and things like that, the ride getting made, it will have had to be signed off and checked and safety checked, and they'll have run it for hours. So the safety thing is not a thing at all. It's definitely not safety. Now, like I say, I was one of the lucky ones to ride it on the first day. So I sit here as a privileged one. However, next week I am going for 2 days, and as we stand at present, I won't be riding Hyperia because it's going to be down. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to try and get things rearranged and go later on in the week in the hope that it is working. The park, like I said, they've been transparent and they're hoping to get it working again on Thursday. But as we stand at the moment, I won't be going on Hyperia. On to the actual ride experience of Hyperia. So we're starting from the front of the queue. Now, obviously on day 1, the front of the queue is the actual front of the park. But normally you join the queue down in Fearless Valley. Now, what I would say is the Fearless Valley is all themed, all gold. It's done brilliantly. All the queue lines themed in with the ride. I say theming, it's not so much themed, it's more what they call stylised now, but it all looks to be, you know, part of the ride. So you go around the queue line, which when matured is surrounded by what looks like shrubbery and gardens, trees, so when all them get mature it will look nice. I think it's when it's finally mature, all the greenery, I think it'll be a bit like Colossus, so you're going through the trees and things like that. So you go through all the queue, you go up to the station and into the station. Now the station, not heavy theming, there's slight bits of theming in there, there's some pictures on the wall, things like that. Not the biggest of stations, I was quite surprised by that, but big enough for one train. So you go into the station, then your ride starts. Now, just back before we start the ride, I will mention the cars. They are the new Mac cars. They're not so much cars nowadays, they're not trains, they're more just a platform with a chair on them. The restraints are comfortable. There's none of this, the old round your shoulders, round your head or anything like that. Totally free. So yeah, when you go out there, you do feel totally open. You've just literally held in by your waist. So you come out, you go slowly round an outer bank turn. Now, I didn't actually understand this element until actually seeing it in action on day 1. You go around it really slow, probably 4 or 5 miles an hour, but it gives you the chance to wave to the crowd. Now, on day 1, there was a massive, obviously it was opening day, the atmosphere was great. And as people were leaving the station, you know, the cheers was getting, I mean, there was Hyperia, Hyperia, Hyperia going on. People waving to, you know, people in the queue. It was just a great atmosphere. So then you come around the outer bank turn really slow and you go up the lift hill. Now, the lift hill, obviously, is a mammoth lift hill. It's 236 foot, the tallest UK coaster. Very quick lift hill. I put it on par with Sick at Flamingo Land, for those that have been on that ride. It goes up, there is audio all the way up the lift hill. Now, this was quite surprising because when I was queuing, I couldn't hear the audio. It was only when I actually went up the lift hill that I heard it for the first time. So there is audio all the way up the lift hill. As you get to the top, as you can imagine, being that high, I mean, it's 31 foot higher than Stealth. And those that have been to the park before know Stealth is a great big coaster. So yeah, when you get up there, the views, I mean, obviously you can see over to London, all the lakes, you can see for miles. Great, you know, you have 236 foot above the Capitol. It's a brilliant view. And then starts with the main drops. Obviously, you come down. You can imagine having speeds. It's quoted to it. Oh well, it does it over 80 mile an hour in a second or two. It's also got the twist element, which lifts you out your seats. So you've got airtime all the way down the hill. Now you're to the bottom of the lift hill. Obviously, you really are cracking along at some speed. You go up a bank, then up to the top of the crest. You do get lifted out your seat at the top. Now the out bank turn, obviously, that's another massive airtime part. You do feel like you're getting lifted out your seat on the outside of the turn. The inversion's a great element, probably my favourite. So it's been made in a way that you do go over it quite slowly. I know some coasters, you tear around the loops. I mean, I think a smile at Alton Towers, sometimes when you come off that, you don't know you've been through 14 loops. What I'd say is that it's done on purposely. You go through it slowly. So when you're up there, you can actually have a second or two hang time. You can actually pick people out in the queue and wave to them, your friends, anything like that. You can actually wave to people, up there for that long. After you've enjoyed that couple of seconds breather on the hang time, you come all the way down, and then it is time for the splashdown. Now the splashdown, obviously, you don't get wet. What I did surprise me about the splashdown is the braking. The brakes are there, can be quite forceful. On to the last element, which is a smaller outer bank turn. After the smaller outer bank turn, you're on the road home. Normality does come back to life then. I mean, there's a normally banked corner before the slide crested you into the station. But absolutely brilliant. Like I say, once you're there, you come into the station, you can see everyone that's about to ride the things. Everyone's laughing and cheering and clapping and waving at you. Opening day, it was, what's it like? It was getting that all the time. It was really good. So, yeah, like I say, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything crossed. It's going to be a reliable coaster. Not an ideal start, but these sort of things have happened before at other places as well. It's new, it's never been tested for 14 hours with people on it like it was on Friday. And hopefully Thorpe can get that sorted. Now on to the future. Now I have got a busy week next week. I'm going down south. We're doing a little bit of a tour. So we have got Chesington, Legoland and Thorpe Park twice coming up. So there'll be plenty on the channel next week. So make sure you like and subscribe to help the channel grow. And also get notifications turned on to see our new videos. And remember, if you have a frown, it's time to get upside down. See you in the next video. Goodbye.